Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV on the Xbox One console. This is a Ninghan Farms episode number 5. Thanks for stopping in, folks. We are just inside the chicken coop right now, making sure that all of the feeders are working properly. All of the feed can come through to the bottom so that the chickens that we're going to buy in this episode will have something to eat. That's right, folks. Surprise, surprise. We are buying chickens. There's a nice little food bowl right there. Looks like it's levitating off the ground. How does the coop look? Everything's all nice and clean and ready to go for the little chickens to come in and lay their eggs. And the rooster to tend to all of his hens. All right, looks good. There's another little food bowl over there. Here's the feeding trough. Everything's nice and clean. That's where we're going to put the wheat that the chickens are going to eat. All right, let's get things started for today. Let's just close the gate just in case something happens. We're going to be harvesting today. We've got a wheat field that is ready to harvest, field number 23. We've already got wheat in the silo for the chickens, but field number 23 needs to be harvested. Then we're going to plow all three fields, 23, 32, and 14. Then we're going to reseed. And then at some point during all of that chaos, we're going to be buying some chickens. So let's kick things off here. Where are we going? We're going to go over here and grab the harvester, our big yellow school bus machine of a harvester. This thing reminds me of a school bus. It's big and yellow and it's boxy, but it does the trick and it was cheap. So this New Holland TX32 is going to be harvesting the wheat in field number 23. While we are on our way over to field number 23 and harvesting the wheat, take a quick minute, folks. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button for me in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything, folks. And as always, come follow us on all of our social media campaigns. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Patreon. There's even a small PayPal link there. If you feel so inclined to send a donation, that would be fantastic. Remember, folks, donations are never expected, but always appreciated. And there is even a new link in the description of the video from Sprizzy.com. If you're looking to promote and grow your own YouTube channel, check out Sprizzy.com for all your YouTube needs. You'll find that link in the description. Just give it a click and check it out. Then check out the featured channel section of my YouTube channel. You'll find 4 excellent farming simulator YouTubers. Mr. Crazy Simulator, Carl Johnson Gaming, Deuce MS, Mr. Least Square Gaming. Go and check out those 4 gentlemen. Subscribe to their channels. Drop a like on their videos. And ring their notification bells. You don't want to miss anything coming out of there. And if you're interested in having your own channel featured on my YouTube channel, maybe we can work something out. Give me a shout. DM me on Twitter. Or drop me a message in Discord, and we can have a chat. Maybe you can do something for me, and I can do something for you. Who knows? And now that that is all complete, public service announcements are out of the way, we can continue harvesting this wheat. I am liking this map more and more every day, folks. It's a fantastic portrayal of the Australian outback. And a lot of these fields are oddly shaped, which is a nice change from the standard monotonous rectangle farming fields. And there's lots of scenery to look at. There's lots of pretty little fence posts and barbed wire fences, grass and crops and houses and trees. It's very, very well laid out. I'm very happy with this Ninghan Farms map. All right, so we're just going to go around the outside. The one harvester goes around the outside. Alright, and then we're going to flash forward a little bit to the end of the harvesting process. We've all seen harvesters in action, even this big ugly yellow harvester. I'm sure we've all seen this. Let's just skip ahead a little bit to the end of the wheat harvest, shall we? And the harvesting is now complete. Here's the last little section of wheat. Oh, that one little bushel needs to come up out of the ground right now. And there we go. Now it's complete. We can extend the pipe, bring the harvester over to the tipper, empty out all this wheat, and then we can go and sell the wheat. Like I said, we already have wheat in the silo for the chickens that we're going to purchase in just a few minutes. So we don't really need this wheat to save, but What we are going to do is dedicate this one field to nothing but wheat, so that the chickens will have a constant stream of food. I think our chicken pen holds like 100 chickens. I'm not too sure how much feed they require every year or every day or even every hour. Who cares? But we're going to have this one field dedicated to nothing but wheat, and then when we have enough wheat stockpiled, maybe we'll switch to something else, but hopefully by then we have a lot more fields after that. All right, so we're going to Bruce Bargain. Bruce Bargain is paying the most for wheat, and that's in the very, very top right-hand corner of the map. It's going to take a few minutes to drive there, so why don't we just skip ahead to the arrival at Bruce Bargain. All right, in a short drive later, we are arriving at Bruce Bargain. So just to recap, we've got $5,881. Let's see how much we get from this wheat. I'm thinking there's, 12,000 liters. My math is no good. Probably about $7,000 or $8,000 maybe. Anything over and above $7,000 or $8,000 is good enough for me. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, oh, good. 13, good. 14, better. 15. $15,000 for that wheat. That's not bad at all. Let's head on back to the farm and see what's next on the docket. I think it's chickens. I think it's chickens, folks. All right, and we're back at the farm with our $15,000. We're just going to park the tipper over here by the silo because we're going to buy some chickens and we're going to have to fill up the feeding trough anyway. So let's just leave this here. We'll just disconnect the tractor, leave that here too, and we'll run really quickly over to the chicken pen. And we'll see, I'm thinking there's 3 different kinds of chickens. There's white, black, and brown. So I think we're going to get some of each. I don't want to discriminate against any of the chicken nationalities, so we're going to get, I think, 20 white ones. Let's grab 20 white chickens. There we go. And we'll grab 20 black chickens. And we'll grab 20 brown ones. So we'll have 60 in total. 20 white, 20 black, and 20 brown. And we'll grab a rooster as well because we need a rooster. All right, there we go. We're down to $11,000 now. We've got some chickens. That means eggs. And that means we can sell the eggs. And we need to put some feed in the trough. All right, chickens are easy because they only require wheat. They don't require water or pretty much anything else, and they're generally a clean animal. We don't have to clean up after them that much. So we're not going to buy a universal bucket or a cleaning implement just yet. We'll wait until they actually make a mess and productivity drops a little bit. Then we'll make the decision on whether or not we need to clean up after the chickens. For now, let's just grab some wheat out of the silo. We'll put it in the tipper. We'll drive it on over to the feed trough. And we'll start this egg production process off on the right foot. There we go. It's 7,200 liters of wheat. I'm not really sure how much we need to put in there, so let's just fill the trailer up just about halfway. And then if we need more, we'll just come back and get more. But I don't think it's going to be any more than this. Should be less than this, actually. We should landscape that grass out of there too. It's kind of getting on my nerves, but another day maybe. All right, let's get over here to the chicken coop, and we'll dump the wheat into the feed trough, and we'll feed the chickens. There we go. Perfect. And we've still got a little bit left in the tipper, so we'll just throw that back in the silo, and let's see what's next. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. Can't really remember, to tell you the truth. Oh yes, I remember now. We need to prepare our 3 fields for reseeding. And since we don't have a cultivator, and since our seeder is just a seeder, it's not a seeder slash cultivator or a seedivator, we're going to have to plow. And that's going to take a little bit of time. But first things first, let's put the wheat back in the silo for when we need to feed the chickens next, and we need to put the tractor and the tipper back into the shed, or at least the tipper anyway. I think we're going to drive over and retrieve the harvester because that is still sitting over in the middle of our field. It's one of the advantages of farming by yourself, folks. you got to move all the equipment yourself. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's put the tipper back in here. And we will go and collect the harvester, which is still sitting. You can see that big yellow thing off in the distance, like a big bright yellow sun sitting in the middle of the field there. Alright, let's leave the tractor here. We'll run over and grab the harvester, and then we'll put the harvester back beside the shed where it's supposed to go, and then we can start preparing this field. So as I said before, we're going to have to plow, but I think our plow has seen better days. It needs to be repaired a little bit, and right now the only place we can repair our items is driving it all the way back to the shop, and I don't want to do that. So we've got a Toolbox mod that we can download. It's only $600, and we can put a toolbox somewhere on our farm rather than a $28,000 workshop. Seeing as how we don't have $28,000, the toolbox seems like the way to go. And I'm not even quite sure where we're going to put it, but we're going to put the toolbox down, and then we're going to have a spot to repair all of our equipment as soon as we put the harvester back right over here beside the shed, because we don't even have a shed large enough to house this big yellow machine. The big yellow beast. The New Holland harvester. Alright, let's figure this out. Can we put the thing over here? No, I don't think we're going to put it over here. Where are we going to put the toolbox? Where can we put it so that we can drive all of our equipment over to the toolbox and repair it whenever we need to? I think maybe right over here somewhere. Do we want to put it beside the seed tank? We're going to have to put a fertilizer tank in there sooner or later, so I don't want to take up too much space. Maybe right over here beside the harvester we'll put the toolbox. Let's just go into the placeables here, the miscellaneous placeables. Let's look for the toolbox. Where is the toolbox? Where are you, toolbox? There's the fertilizer tank that we're going to have to add later on. There's the toolbox right there. Oh, I'm sorry, not $600. It's $3. It's half price, $299. And we'll be able to repair all of our equipment. We just have to put it down on the ground right there. And then we'll just drive our stuff over to in front of the toolbox. And then we'll be able to repair it. There we go. Just like at the shop. Alright, so now all we have to do is... Where'd I put the tractor? Oh yeah, it's over by the fence, by the gate. We need to get into the tractor, attach the plow, and drive the plow over to the toolbox, do a quick little maintenance checkup, and then start plowing all of these fields. Then we can start reseeding. So now, when it comes to reseeding, I know that we said we're going to dedicate that one field just for wheat until we have a full silo full of chicken feed so that we don't have to worry about the chickens for a very long time. And then we'll decide on another crop to put there. But for now, that one field, 23 I believe it is going to be all wheat all the time. And then we'll figure something out. Right off the top of my head, I know we have to do soybeans, and I think we're going to do soybeans in the large field, number 14, because that's going to be our cash crop to purchase more things, i.e. a fertilizer sprayer will be the next item on our list that we need to purchase, because we can't keep harvesting these crops without fertilizing them. We're missing out on free money. So if you don't fertilize your crops, you're missing out, because it increases your crop yield 30% every time you fertilize. So with the 2 fertilizing runs that you can do with the 2 stages of growing, you'll get 60% more crops. So why wouldn't you want to do that? It doesn't cost very much to fertilize, so it just makes sense. So the fertilizer is next on our list. We need a fertilizer sprayer or spreader and a fertilizing tank so that we can fill it up. But right now, let's just focus on the plowing. Oh yeah, and a cultivator I guess would be good too, because this little 4-meter plow is very, very time consuming after every crop run. I don't want to plow every time we harvest crops. Alright, so we're just going to plow around the outside of the field and then do the middle just like we always do. It's going to take a little bit of time, so why don't we just skip to the end of the plowing of field number 23 so that we don't have to sit here and stare at the screen and watch me go around in circles, because let's face it, folks, that's not too much fun, is it? And here is the end of plowing field number 23, all done and ready for seeding. There we go, and the other field is already plowed there right beside us, so I don't even think is that our field? Yeah, it is. Field number 32, I think, is already plowed. And I can't remember if we plowed field number 14. I think we did. Yeah, I think we did. We're going to go put the plow away right beside the shed here. And I've already decided that the shelves inside the shed right there, there's little shelves on the inside of there. If you haven't seen them before, they're there, trust me. We're going to store all of our eggs there when our chickens do start producing eggs, which they haven't done yet. We're going to put them on the shelf inside there, right there. And there you can see the shelf right there. That's where we're going to store the eggs until such time we have enough that we can sell. Right now, we don't even have anything to put them in except for the tipper. So we're going to have to come up with something. Maybe get a transport tool of some kind, a little bucket. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get enough eggs. Right now, I don't really want to worry about that. We're going to reseed all 3 of these fields right now. Let's just go and fill up the seeder, because I'm not sure how much seed this is going to take for all 3 fields. We should be able to get the large one, field number 14, done with 1 fill, and then refill the seeder again. And then on 1 more fill, we should be able to get 32 and 23 done without refilling the seeder. And I think we're going to go over to 14 first. No, we're going to go to 14 first. Get confused there a little bit. All right. I'm going to go over to, this is field number 14. Yeah, so we're going to put wheat in the far field there, number 23. 32, I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet. Let's come back to that. I know we're going to put soybeans in 14. Maybe we'll do canola in 32. I'm not sure. We'll roll the dice on that one. Alright, so field number 14, we're going to plant canola. Not canola, soybeans. We're going to plant soybeans because we need a lot of soybeans, because they are the most expensive and people are paying the most money for soybeans. So it just makes sense. If it's money we're after, we need to grow soybeans. Alright, so let's get things going here. We will, do we need to lower the tank? I don't think we do. I don't think we need to lower the seed tank. We just need to lower the sower and turn it on. And we should be up and on our way. Let's see here. Button. Who's got the button? Yeah, soybeans. There we go. Oh, we forgot to turn on the sower. Where's that button? Turn off sower, lower sower. That's what we need to do. Lower the sower. Perfect. And there we go. So now we can just start driving. Soybeans will go into the ground. And again, we're going to go around the outside, until the field is completely done. And then we're going to go and seed field number 32 and then 23. Yeah, I think I'm going to do canola. All right. Here is the end of the soybean seeding frenzy in field number 14. One more little strip to go. And it is complete. And you can see how bare it looks with no fertilizer on there. That kills me. We can't afford a fertilizer spreader. I think the cheapest one I seen, the cheapest fertilizer spreader was the Coon one, with 24 meter spreading radius, and it's $20,000. So we're about $10,000 short. Plus we need to buy more seed because we need to refill the seed tank before we seed 32 and 23. Let's head on over to the seed station right now, and we will refill the seeder with seeds. And I think we're going to plant canola. Yeah, I've decided on canola for field number 32, and then the standard wheat in 23 until the chickens have a full silo worth of wheat. And we'll just keep going like that. And then hopefully with the crop revenue from the soybeans and the canola, we can buy a fertilizer spreader and maybe another field. Just looking at our map, that field number 16 there, to the right of our farm, seems like the next logical choice. It is a fair size, it's huge, and we could switch the soybean crop over to that field once we're done, and that will be our super duper cash crop. And then there's no stopping us. We can just start buying fields left, right, and center with all the money we're going to make from the soybeans in field 16. But that's a couple episodes away, because first things first, let's not jump the gun. We need fertilizer. We need to get these crops fertilized. All right, canola going in the ground, field number 32. And here is the end of the canola process. I honestly don't know why I chose canola. I think I just threw a dart and landed on canola on my wheel of crops. It doesn't really matter. Canola is a good price, and we should get a lot of money for the crops that are in this field. All right, now we've got a lot of seeds still left in the tank. We should be able to do field number 23, no problem. And we're going to plant wheat there. So let's go and start that process right now. I wish there was a closer gate. I hate having to drive all this way through the farm and around the animal pens. And that is part of our goal as well, if you're wondering what all of the empty animal pens are for. At some point when we do accumulate enough money, we are going to buy more animals. It's just that all the rest of the animals require more equipment that we can't afford to purchase right now. Like sheep, we would need a water tank. The same with the pigs and the cows. And don't even get me started with the cows. We need silage, we need a milk container, we need manure, all sorts of stuff. And same thing with the pigs. So when we have enough money, we will be purchasing more animals. For now, let's just focus on making some money with the crops. There we go, planting the wheat into the field. All right, perfect. Wheat going in the ground. Gotta feed the chickens, gotta feed the chickens. Here is the end of the wheat seeding. There we go, and there's not much else to do today, folks, so I think we are going to wrap up this video. Let's bring the seed tank and the seeder back to the shed, and then we'll zip on into the cabin, and then we'll have ourselves some early lunch. Maybe it's 10:30 in the morning. We got $9,000 in the bank. That's more than enough to get us through until the next harvest. So I think we are going to call it a day. There's not much else we can do. At this point, I'd just like to thank everyone personally for stopping in, viewing this video, dropping a like if you did so, and sharing. And also don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for me in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Drop a like, share the video, ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything, folks. We're doing a different map each day of the week, Monday through Friday. Mondays is Greenwich Valley, Tuesdays is No Man's Land, Wednesdays is obviously Ninghan Farms that you're watching right now. Thursday is the Sheamus Outback John Deere Farm. Friday is Stranded in Rogue River, our logging saga. You don't want to miss that one. It's taking shape quite nicely. All right, that is going to wrap it up, folks. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And for now, this is JCTV saying, see you later.